Hey fellas, this is a small kind of how-to video on the Master Tools rivet maker thing. It's a tool that I got. So inside this you've got lots of different sizes, even the minute sizes. You get a little kind of punch thing, so you put the size that you want in there. It's quite easy to put on, just put it in there and you've got a sort of hole punch. So this is from Master Tools. I think I paid round about the £6 mark for it. I think it's from Trumpeter, that's their kind of tool line. It's pretty good. Now what I'm doing at the moment is making rivets for the wheel on the Sherman Firefly. So as you can see there, the rivets are really small. If I can get that in the camera. Rivets are really small when they go on both sides. So in order to make that now, excuse me, in order to make those rivets, that's the only tool that I had. Since then, Andy Gregg sent me his punch and die set, but the smallest rivets in that are too big for the one that comes out of this. So what I want to do today, excuse me, what I want to do today is show you how the tool works, if I can. If it will show up in the video enough anyway. So what this is plasticard, and as you can see, it's if I don't know if it'll pick up in the camera, there's lots of little indentations on it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Probably not. But the other couple of things you need for doing it is your hobby blade, but really put that other one out of the way, because that's my good one. Excuse me. The other thing you need, so you need the hobby blade for it as well. I've got this little kind of metal placer thing, and I'm going to zoom out here because I keep going out of shot. So really that's all you need. Now if you're doing this the way I'm doing it, please don't use your Tankcraft expensive cutting mats, because it's just going to ruin them. So this is my way of doing it. Other people might have different ways of doing it. This is just my way of doing it. So what I'll do is I'll zoom in a wee bit further, and we'll see what we can do. So this is just the kind of size that I've been working with for the rivets. Now if you locate a place like a square and just line it up on that square and just push it through firmly, but not overly strong, and then I'll bring you in there if you can see it. Hold on. So we're bringing it in there. So I will hold on. Maneuvering cameras is not my forte, as it were. Right. So as you can see there, these are all the rivets that I've just made. But to use them, you're going to have to get them out. So what I do is just line it up just before the rivet and just kind of elevate the blade. And obviously this blade is obviously broken. And as you could see there, that little rivet moved. And then this is my wee placer poker thing. Very technical, I know. And you just try and pick that up. Now if I can get that into focus on the camera. I'm absolutely murdering this, so apologies for that. It's on the end there. Now I'm going to bring you out here. Now what I normally do is I sit it down with the rivet on it, and then I'll take the piece that I'm working on, just apply a bit of glue. Now the other method for doing that, you can use a moistened brush to pick up the part and then place it on. You can use your wax pencil, but because this is white and you're putting it onto an area which is also white, it's not really going to show up. So, you know, just take it once you've put your glue, and you just put it on the glue, and that's it. Now I've used this method all the way through. How many have I done? Like probably nine wheels, and there's 12. So if you're looking at it from that way, I'll bring you guys back up and back out. Sorry about the messing about with the camera. So yeah, really it's a cheap method of doing rivets if you don't have a punch and die set, which I didn't. There is different sizes of punch and die as well. The one that's kind of floating about now, which everyone seems to be going for, is the RP Tools one. At least that's the ones that show up on YouTube and Hysterix. But financially, those tools are like upwards of £109, and then shipping as well. So for £6 you get this and all the other sizes as well. What I will do real quick is I'll look at some of the other sizes that you can make with it. Now the one that I'm using right now is number 2, so that's reasonably one of the smallest ones that I'm using. I'm going to take that out because that's the one I'm using for the Sherman, and there is a size 0 as well, so that's even smaller, a number 1 and a size 0. So what I'm going to do, this is number 22, so we'll just have a wee look, and it's the same principle. If I remember rightly, this one needed a little bit more oomph to go through. Yeah, it does. It's strong. Yeah, so that one's not going to come through. It does. You lift it though. So that's the other one. Just putting the cutting mat actually. So if I can get a look at this, it's okay. It's not the best, but I don't know if putting it on like a block of wood or something would do better. But the one that I'm using just now, for that method, seems to work. The bigger ones, it takes a bit more kind of. What one's this? We'll go for 14. We'll have a wee look at this one and see if this is any better. No, I don't think it is. I think it's. You press it through. It's okay. I mean, probably need trimmed up a wee bit. But like I says, it's okay. It's not great. There will be a way to use it, but I think the way it's intended, obviously this isn't really the way that these things are intended to be used. It says on their selling point for this is that it's for emphasising the detail, so like making the built-in rivet stuff more prominent and stuff. So you know, for that, you know, for £6 you can't really complain. Like I says, there will be ways that you can use this. I'm going to have to do some more research now because I'm intrigued myself to see, you know, what you can do with it. But like I says, for the cost of £6, you can't really complain. And you've got a rivet, you know, it's a cheaper alternative to a punch and die set. Sorry if the camera's rotating. I'll need to get a stabiliser or something for that camera stand. But that's just my method for doing the rivets on the Sherman. So I hope that this helps people out that don't want to go and spend £120 odd on a tool. And let's be honest, in these harsh times financially, who's got that kind of money to go and throw at a tool, with everything going up in prices the way they are? So that's my little, not a how-to, but how I do rivets without using a punch and die. So hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra guys.